The Cloud Plus exam is based entirely on a document called the Exam Objectives. These objectives are created and maintained by CompTIA and define every topic that can appear on the test. For the current exam version, these topics are organized under the CV0-003 identifier. The Objectives document serves as the official blueprint for the exam, laying out the expectations that candidates must meet in order to pass. Every question you will encounter can be traced back to these objectives in some way. Understanding and using the Objectives document is critical for anyone preparing for the Cloud Plus exam. It is not just a study aid. It is the very foundation upon which courseware, classroom training, and this prepcast are built. Instructors use it to design lessons, authors use it to structure textbooks, and question writers use it to create exam content. The best way to prepare for this certification is to ensure that every study activity aligns directly with these objectives. Doing so allows you to focus your energy on what will actually be tested. The Objectives document is structured into 5 major domains. These domains group topics based on functional and technical categories such as architecture, deployment, and troubleshooting. Within each domain are sub-objectives that define specific skills or knowledge areas. Each sub-objective is further broken down into task-level bullet points that outline the concepts, actions, or technologies that candidates are expected to understand. This hierarchy gives the document a clear and logical flow that supports both teaching and studying. The first domain in the Objectives document is Cloud Architecture and Design. This domain emphasizes cloud models, capacity planning, high availability strategies, and architectural considerations. It includes knowledge about regions, zones, autoscaling, and the avoidance of single points of failure. While this domain only represents 13% of the exam, it sets the foundation for understanding how cloud environments are structured and what makes them resilient, flexible, and scalable. Domain 2 is Security, which accounts for 20% of the overall exam. This section covers a wide array of topics including identity and access management, encryption protocols, compliance requirements, and system hardening practices. It includes both theoretical and practical aspects of cloud security, ranging from authentication models to certificate management and intrusion detection. Given the rising importance of security in all aspects of cloud operations, this domain holds significant weight in your preparation. The third domain, Deployment, represents the largest portion of the Cloud Plus exam at 23%. It focuses on the steps required to provision resources, size compute instances, manage containers, and perform cloud migrations. Topics such as deploying virtual machines, working with storage types, and using configuration templates are all part of this domain. Because deployment tasks are often foundational to working in cloud infrastructure roles, mastering this domain is essential to passing the certification exam. Domain 4, titled Operations and Support, makes up 22% of the exam content. This domain includes ongoing tasks such as logging, monitoring, patching, automation, and change management. Candidates are expected to understand how cloud services are maintained over time, including tasks like backup configuration and resource optimization. These are the operational skills that ensure systems remain stable, compliant, and effective after deployment has occurred. The final domain is Troubleshooting, which also accounts for 22% of the test. This area evaluates your ability to diagnose and resolve cloud-related issues across a variety of categories. Topics include performance degradation, connectivity failures, configuration mistakes, and automation errors. You will be tested on your ability to isolate problems, determine root causes, and apply fixes while considering business and technical constraints. Strong troubleshooting skills are critical for day-to-day operations and exam performance alike. Each sub-objective listed in the Objectives document represents a potential testable item. These bullets are not optional or illustrative. They are explicit definitions of what you are expected to know. On the exam, these topics may appear as scenario-based items, multiple-choice questions, or performance-based simulations. In this prepcast, every episode is structured around the bullet points found within these sub-objectives. This alignment ensures that what you hear prepares you directly for the format and scope of the test. Using the objectives document as a study checklist is one of the most effective ways to stay on track. As you review each topic, mark off bullets you've already mastered. Highlight those you need to revisit. Over time, this becomes your personal roadmap to readiness. Instead of guessing where to focus, you'll have a clear picture of your strengths and gaps. This level of structure transforms study from a vague activity into a deliberate, guided process with a defined endpoint. The depth of knowledge required by each bullet point can vary. Some objectives are broad and conceptual, asking you to understand high-level models or relationships. Others are specific and procedural, requiring detailed knowledge of tools, commands, or workflows. The Cloud Plus exam does not rely on pure memorization. It requires you to recognize terminology, understand context, and apply concepts in operational settings. Knowing the type of knowledge each objective calls for will help you study more efficiently. For more cyber-related content and books, please check out cyberauthor.me. Also, there are other prepcasts on cybersecurity and more at baremetalcyber.com. Performance-based questions on the exam often relate directly to specific sub-objectives. For example, a task asking you to configure a virtual network or troubleshoot a connectivity issue will likely map to bullet points in the deployment or troubleshooting domains. These simulation-style items are not random. They are crafted to assess your ability to execute the knowledge defined in the objectives. The better you understand each bullet, the more accurately you will be able to navigate and complete these interactive exam items. The exam objectives also serve as the framework for how training content is developed. Publishers and instructors rely on the official bullet points to structure course modules, create practice questions, and design hands-on labs. This prepcast follows the same model, building each episode around a clear segment of the objectives. Flashcards, textbook chapters, and even commercial exam prep tools are often labeled with domain and sub-objective references. This alignment ensures that all content supports a unified path to exam readiness. Practice exams that are well constructed often mirror the structure and language of the official objectives. Each question in a quality test bank will map back to one or more sub-objectives and reflect the phrasing and themes seen on the real exam. Some questions may even use terms directly from the objectives document. When selecting practice tools, choose those that align clearly with the CV0-003 objectives. Materials that are not mapped to the official structure may leave out important content or misrepresent what will actually be tested. Studying for certification can easily drift into unrelated territory, a problem known as scope creep. The objectives document is your tool for avoiding this. When you stick to the bullet points, you avoid wasting time on material that will not appear on the exam. While it may be tempting to explore advanced vendor topics or operational procedures, those are not always relevant to the certification. Staying within the defined scope ensures your preparation time is used wisely and keeps your focus where it counts. Some topics appear in multiple domains, which reflects their importance across different areas of cloud infrastructure. Automation, for example, is relevant in deployment, operations, and troubleshooting contexts. When a concept shows up more than once, it signals that you should build a deeper understanding of its principles and applications. Cross-referencing similar bullets across domains reinforces your memory and helps you see how different concepts interact in real-world environments. While the objectives document is organized by domain number, you are not required to study in that exact sequence. In most cases, it makes sense to follow the domain order provided, especially if you are using structured courseware. However, some learners benefit from grouping similar concepts together, such as storage across deployment and operations, or reviewing higher-weighted domains first. You can also use the episode numbers in this prepcast as a natural guide to progression and topic order. It's important to distinguish between exam requirements and real-world expertise. The Cloud Plus certification does not attempt to cover every skill needed in a production environment. Instead, it tests a curated set of topics that represent the essential knowledge for operating in hybrid cloud environments. While operational experience is helpful, not all of it is relevant for the exam. Focus your study exclusively on the bullets in the objectives document, and resist the urge to go beyond the exam's intended scope.